All right, this is question 13, the last of 3.1, and by far probably the most complicated, more tedious than complicated. But first, we're finding center of mass, so we need to find A. So A is going to be equal to our integral of -3 pi over 4 to pi over 4. And we have our sine of x minus cosine of x dx. And that's just going to be cosine of x plus sine of x. Should be, or no, sorry, negative cosine of x and negative sine of x. Mix it around. That happens. And so we can take a negative out. And then we just have cosine of x plus sine of x evaluated at 3 pi over 4 and pi over 4. Okay, I might need to do this over here. So we have negative cosine of pi over 4 plus sine pi over 4 minus, we have cosine 3 pi over 4 plus sine 3 pi over 4. Perfect. And this is just simply going to evaluate to 2 square root of 2 minus 2 square root of 2. No, minus square root of 2, which is just negative 2 square root of 2. So that is our A. And our x is going to be 1 over that. And integral, same, negative 3 pi over 4, pi over 4. This time we have x times sine of x minus cosine of x dx, which is just equal to, I'm just going to rewrite it here as to not save space, x sine of x minus x cosine of x dx. So that's 2 integration by parts. So now we can split that up into 2 integrals. We have negative 1 over 2 square root of 2. And for now, for the bounds, I'm just going to say a to b, so I don't have to rewrite this the entire time. And x sine of x dx plus 1 over 2 square root of 2 integral from a to b of positive x cosine of x dx. Now we have our first integral that we're going to use integration by parts on, and we can use the tableau method. So we can have x sine of x 1 0. Integral of sine is negative cosine of x. Integral that is negative sine of x. So we are given negative x cosine of x and plus sine of x. Yep, that should be good. And then we have our that are negative 1 over 2 square root 2. So we have 2 square root 2. Get that out of the negative. Now we have 3 pi over 4 to pi over 4. And that's going to be sorry, I'm blanking out for a second. So there we go. Yeah, we're just gonna that. I should have double check with my unit circle. So we have 3 pi over 4 cosine of 3 pi over 4, 3 pi over 4 over 2 square root 2. And with this all simplifying, this part is just going to be, even with the 2 square root 2, it's just going to be negative 1/2 minus pi over 8. But we have still our plus 1 over 2 square root of 2 integral from a to b x cosine of x dx. This is where we get a new page. Perfect. So we're going to keep that result to the side. And then now just come back down here and do this integration. Or, yeah, no, I'll keep this with it. So we have this from a to b, x cosine of x dx, our integral table from x1, 0, plus minus plus, cosine, sine, negative cosine. So we have x sine of x plus cosine of x over 2 square root 2 from 3 pi over 4 pi over 4. Again, we're just going to write this out, and then y'all should be simplifying this with your unit circle. At this point, it is just tedious trig and just adding. So we're almost there. There we go. Get that second bracket over 2 square root of 2. And this part is just going to simplify to all in all, another, let me get our thing up here. So we have negative 1/2. We're going to have the opposite, positive 1/2. And then we're going to have negative pi over 8. And then negative pi over 8. And that's going to cancel, and that's going to be negative 2 pi over 8, which is just pi over 4, negative pi over 4, and that is our answer for question 13.